A very, very good evening. Thank you for joining this live. Today is the 26th day of my 75 Hard Challenge, and I've been coming live almost every day uh, after I started the 75 Hard Challenge. So today is the 26th day of 75 Hard Challenge. If you don't know what is 75 Hard Challenge, 75 Hard Challenge is a mental toughness challenge where you have to do 5 tasks on a daily basis for the 75 days. Okay, so uh, why I'm coming live is to share the lessons I have learned today. Okay, one of the tasks in the 75 Hard Challenge is to read 10 pages of a non-fiction book, and I'm coming live to share the lessons I've been learning through these 10 pages of book. And in fact, since I love reading, I end up reading more than 10 pages. Today I read more than or about 40 pages. So currently I'm reading this book, Atomic Habits by James Clear. Uh, this is a book which I had listened to earlier as an audiobook, and this time I'm reading it as a hard copy. And if I'm uh, outside and I have some spare time, let's say I took my son to a doctor, I was waiting. I have a Kindle version also of this book, and what I'm doing differently this time is that I'm also listening to the audiobook. Right, so the learning is this is a very, very powerful book, very popular book, and there are a lot of lessons you can learn from this. So I thought this is an important book. That is why not make the learning solid by reading it, by listening it, and also by sharing it here. So the lessons I wanted to share today is about how to build good habits. Um, of course, the book is about building habits, building good habits, and breaking the bad ones. Okay. So, to understand how to build good habits, you have to understand how habits are formed. Without understanding how habits are formed, it is very difficult for you to build new habits, at least consciously build new habits, because habits keep on building. You have been building habits all your life, and consciously break bad habits. You have to understand how habits are formed, and James Clear does a very, very good job of explaining how habits are formed. Okay, so let's starting with the definition of habits. Habits are nothing but the behaviors and actions you take on a which you repeat so often that it becomes automatic. Something which comes to you automatically. You need not put effort in doing something, right? That is an habit. Okay, and how habits are formed is uh, through a reward seeking behavior, which is common to all animals, even human beings. Okay, so whenever you do something and you get a reward out of it, uh, that feels good, and you keep on repeating the same action again and again. Okay, basically the intention is to always get something which you want, something which you like, something which makes you feel good. Okay, so in the book, James Clear talks about a study done on cats. Okay, the cats were done by one scientist. I don't remember the name. So the cats were put in a cage, and there were different mechanisms with which cats could open the cage and have access to food. So when the cats were put inside the cage, they would do different things. They wanted to come out. No, but they did not like to be bound in the cage. So they wanted to come out, or they wanted to um, eat food which was visible to them. They tried different things. They tried to squeeze through the cage. They pawed on something, different things they tried, and there was some mechanism which would open the cage. And let's say there was a lever, they would, if they press on the lever, the cage would open and they would run towards the food and eat the food. Initially the cats tried different things, Um, just to get out, they tried several different things, and accidentally they would do the thing which opened the cage, like press the lever, and the cage would open, and the scientists put back the cat inside the cage again, and kept on repeating. And over a period of time, initially it took a lot of time for the cats. It took like 1.5 minutes, 2 minutes, something like that, and gradually the time kept on reducing. The cat started learning that pressing this lever will open the cage and I'll get access to the food, and it kept on doing it faster and faster. By the by I think 30 attempts, cat would do it almost automatically. Within 6 seconds, the cat would open the cage and start eating its food. Okay, that is how we also learn habits. Something which uh, s- we do something which will reward us or make us feel good, and we keep on repeating that. In the similar way, we learn not to do certain things. Okay, let's say you put your hand on a hot stove, or or a vessel which is on the stove. You immediately realize that it's harmful, right? You might have burnt yourself once in your life, at least once in your life, and there were so many things where you got hurt or it felt bad, and you kept on avoiding such actions. That is how habits are formed. And habits are generally, it is kind of a loop, how the habit exhibits automatically. Okay, so it happens in 4 steps. I'm trying to find the image here. It happens in 4 steps. First, there is a cue. Okay, I hope you can see it here. And then there is a craving, and then there is a response, and then a reward. Just to take a simple example, we all are very, very addicted to our, you know, wonderful devices in the pocket. And where average person looks into his phone hundreds of times in a day. Okay, how did we develop this habit? There is always something interesting. There is always something which will help us to, help us enjoy, get entertained, or pass time, or get rid of boredom. So the cue is whenever you are free. Nowadays we are never free. Okay, let's say you're waiting in a queue, and then suddenly your hand goes to the phone. The cue is this feeling of boredom, or feeling of not having this constant stimulation. You're used to the stimulation, right? And that is the cue. The craving is to uh, get entertained, or get stimulation, get that dopamine hit. And the response is to put your hands in the pocket, take out this, and unlock the phone to check whatever you want. You check regularly: Instagram, YouTube, emails, Facebook, whatever you do, right? Snapchat, whatever is your thing. And then the reward is, you are you get the news, or you get the entertainment, or something which will help you get lost inside. Okay, so that is how this loop works. There is cue, there is craving, and then there is response, and then reward. This is how all our habits happen, and it almost happens instantaneously. We don't even understand it's happening. We don't realize it's happening. There is no gap between each of these steps. Okay, it is instantaneous. So that is how habits are formed. Now, based on this, the whole book is based on this habit loop. The whole book is based, and James Clear has 4 laws which will help us uh, to control all these 4 stages: the cue, the craving, the response, and the reward. Okay, so let me just open the page. The 4 laws. Okay. Uh, okay. The first law is related to cue. The law is to make it obvious. The more obvious the cue to act in certain way, the better. The second law is to make it attractive, to increase your craving of doing the thing. The third rule is to make it easy. The steps have to be easy. See, everybody wants to be fit, but the the steps which you need to take to become fit are relatively hard. You have to start working out. You have to decide what program to follow. You have to start eating well. You have to have a diet plan and everything. Even if you have a someone like me, a coach who can help, you still have to contact me and then get your uh, you know understand what kind of service I offer and get your training plan, get your diet plan, go join a gym or have equipment at home, whatever it is. It is a big task. Okay, it's not a big task. It's a project. There are so many small things you have to do. Okay, and the fourth law is make it satisfying. You have to make it something you feel good about after you've done it. Okay, these are the four laws, and the whole book is based on this. So I covered the first law today. I read the first law. To make it obvious, it has to be easy for you. It has to be almost like um, in front of you all the time. Okay, so the, there are two ways you can make it obvious. The one thing is uh, something called as mm, what is it, the action intention. Let me just open the page. It is called I think I have skipped one chapter in this. Okay, yeah, I have skipped one chapter. Okay, so implementation intention. Okay, intention has two things. You have to decide what time you do it, and you have to decide what location. Okay, let's say you want to work out from tomorrow. It's a very very vague kind of decision. Instead of that, you decide tomorrow morning 8 p.m. I'll go to the gym, or let's say tomorrow at tomorrow at evening 6 p.m. I'll go for a run in RN Shetty Stadium, which is our local stadium here in Dharwad. Then you are more likely to do this. Okay, the main thing is that a lot of times we want to do something, but there is no clarity how we do it. You'll get uh, a lot of clarity if you just fix the time and fix where you're going to do the thing. Okay, you have a small task, time, and the location. Okay, that's it. uh, so that is one uh, what can I say, one tactic you can use. Okay, the second tactic is something called as habit stacking. So it is something like you do something on a regular basis. Let's say um, you have your breakfast daily. Okay, that is one habit you uh, follow daily. Okay, and if you want to start a new habit, if you just stack it above this habit. Okay, um, let's say you want to uh, start taking some supplement, a protein shake or something. And if you stack it over your breakfast, I'll drink my protein shake immediately after my breakfast. That is a habit stack. Let's say you're working out regularly, but you're not been taking care of your protein intake. And as a coach, I suggest you start having protein shakes, which is easy and convenient. And especially godsend for vegetarians. So what time should you take it? Immediately after workout should be one of the habit stack. Or let's say if you are working out in the morning, you wake up, you have your coffee, and then you go to workout. So you can stack it in between this. Wake up, brush your teeth, drink your coffee, drink your protein shake, go to the gym. Okay, that is how you can use habit stack. Okay, you can have multiple stacks like this, like wake up, brush, toilet, coffee, protein shake, gym. Okay, or let's say you want to have it post workout. You come from your work, you freshen up, you have your tea or coffee, go to gym. After the workout, you have your protein shake. So this is what is called as habit stack. So you can connect it to uh, a habit which you're already doing on a regular basis. It acts as a cue. The habit completion of your regular habit, the one which you're used to regularly, will be the cue for your next habit, the new habit. And that is how you can use habit stacking. Okay. So these are the two tactics you can use to make something obvious and easy. And there are few more chapters left in this to cover this law, and there may be other things also which I'll cover tomorrow. Okay, so thank you so much for joining today's live. I hope you're getting you're getting value from this, and you're getting lessons which you can implement and act upon on your day-to-day basis. Okay, so thank you so much for joining the live. And if you like this, please leave a comment in the comment box. Uh, if you're seeing this as a recording, I'd love to see your comments. Okay, so that was it for today. I'll see you in the next live, probably tomorrow. Till then, have a nice time. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.